Welcome back to yet more Timberborn. Right, we're 1.2 days out from a bad tide. This might be quite a short episode because I just want to get through the bad tide, finish this bit off, and then just start work on the next project. I'm not going to make you suffer through all of me showing you the next project. It's night time, they're still running down here. We are nearly done with this, and I'm going to leave these in place when we're done, because I can't be bothered to destroy them and have the beavers running back and forth. At least not yet. We may connect up to a tubeway station up here. From that one, maybe. I don't know. But probably should have done that to start off with. I didn't. I'm dumb. In my defence, it's really hot, and in fact, I need to put the fan on. I'll try not putting it on too high, because it is a bit cooler now. It's got a bit later. I am doing this the same day as I did the last episode, maybe a couple of hours later. I just really enjoy this. I'm on annual leave, so I'm having fun with this. Alright? Don't judge! Let's blast that, and that gives us a bit more area. We do need to get this in. It's not critical at the moment. We are going to lose a bit of water out the back, but I don't think it really makes much of a difference. And we're not relying on this power. We've got a decent supply of water coming through. We've got it from two sources. How's this one faring as well, actually? I've not actually picked up anything from there. Yeah, so that one is all going that way, kind of thing. Back over here. Bad tide has started. Okay. So, let's put this in. The overhang. Bad tide has started though, so that's dried up. This is good news, because now we don't really need this anymore. Fantastic. So actually I could demolish all that, basically, now. After spending all that time, all those resources, this is now completely redundant. Never mind, we got it in when we needed it. It kind of saved us a bit of pain. It could have been a lot worse, I think. Okay, maybe it couldn't, because it actually caused a flooding over beavers rather than just going through. So actually it was a lot worse because we made that, but never mind. It was an effort. An effort was in fact made. But that means this is going to keep on going down, which is nice. So then what we might do, actually, is replace it. It's a 2-day bad tide. Interesting. We might then replace that pump there with just a regular water pump, put a bunch of water pumps on, and just have this as a big water storage. You know, just channel it ourselves, because it won't be an issue. Bad tide. I'm actually going to then unpause them, because we can walk across the surfaces. So, you know, it's not all a disaster. I mean, it's very, very bad and totally pointless. We're up to 787 though for minted cassavas. Nice. How long do they last for? I don't even know what cassavas are, really. My palate is unrefined, as my old boss keeps on telling me, because I like that pineapple on pizza. I tell her she's wrong. It's all good. So, old boss, we no longer work together, unfortunately. Both move jobs, but we still annoy the crap out of each other on pizza preferences, because that is the heart of life. You know, there's nothing more important than arguing over pizzas. Right, bad tide ended, so let's see this work again. This should come straight through. There's going to be no more contamination. So we could even get rid of that, which would be cool. And we blew that hole in as well to drain it at some point. These have all been pathetic wastes of resources and time. But whatever. We can now detonate that. Just really rip all these out and replace them with twosies. Which is kind of stupid. But no, we'll... It is kind of pointless. we're going to have this as a freshwater store for a bit then. We'll probably fill it in eventually. We'll do something else with it. But soon, now the bad tide has ended, yeah, the water's already coming back, which is great news. So as soon as all this bad water's out, it'll dry up and be sucked out by this as well. As soon as that's all gone, we can open that floodgate, let a bit of like regular water back in, destroy this, get a regular pump in, get a couple of regular pumps around the edge, and we can just have that as an emergency water reserve kind of thing, if we ever need it. Which is kind of cool. Kinda. We don't really want to keep that open all the time, because otherwise it'll overflow from down there. But actually, it may not take that long. Yeah, I'm just thinking about that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We can just ignore it for now, basically. But I just want to get the last of the explosives in, because it's frustrating me seeing them unfinished. We're going to delete those stairs. I should have really picked that up. Never mind. I forgot about that. You know what, I'm just going to delete the rubble. There's not a lot in it, and we're already at capacity on everything. Yeah, I'm just going to delete the rubble there again. I know it's incredibly wasteful. I don't normally like doing that, but what are you going to do? Shoot me. Need to put another one in over there as well. I say need. We really don't. This area is completely wasted now. Has had its uses though for getting in stuff. We're still building these in. They are a fair bit lower priority. Maybe I should up the priority on them. I don't know. I do kind of want to get that, so we're not losing that, but I don't really think it makes much of a difference. Words will return to me. I'm not good at speaking. Oh, that is done. Okay, I didn't realise that was actually done. So I'm going to keep it on 3 speed, though, just to... Hang on. Why is water not coming out? Oh, it's still heavily contaminated. That's why. Alright, don't know why that's so bad. Since this one opened out really readily. Really readily. Maybe I should have put the things touching. You know, the sluices touching. Maybe that was a mistake on my part. I can always move them, I suppose. I've already got the metal blocks in though, that's a problem. I don't really want to throw away metal blocks as well, because they are a very finite resource. At the moment, at least. I can't think what to do. So I'm just going to let it slide for now. It comes back out after like 4 days. That's very not good. Right, okay. I'm actually going to redo this then. So, demolish buildings. Yep. Yeah. I hate the fact that I'm doing this. I'm going to smack the sluices on. They're going to be on high priority. But actually, while we're here, on a higher priority for now, just to store those materials, I'm going to pause the smelter just for 5 minutes. Actually, no, we don't need to go on so much. Pause the smelter for a few minutes. I need to remember to turn that back on. That's... I don't know if I'm doing the right thing here or not. I think they can be picked up, which is nice to know. You know what? We'll just max out priority on these. I can't believe we got so close, and I'm redoing a chunk of it now. I don't know if that gap in between is valuable or not. I don't even know if this will actually work, if I'm being honest. I hope it does, because if not, I'm going to be really stupid. I can't believe how stupid I can be. It worked over the far side fine. Maybe it's just because it's a smaller source. You know, that it's a 3x3. I'm not happy with myself over that. It took ages and ages and ages for it to work. Are they picking up the metal blocks from here? I need them to. I hope they pick them up on their way back, because otherwise it's going to take forever. But they are building these fairly quickly. When I say fairly quickly, not quick enough for my liking. I want them to be done 5 minutes ago. Fan's going up a notch. I can't cope. I hate summer. That's all I'm going to say. I hate the summer. Maybe we should pause the planks as well for a minute, just to get those in. Got a lot of planks though. We are using a lot for different things as well. So I'm actually going to pause all of these for a minute. Just so we can pick up those ones there. And now we actually technically have an unemployed beaver, which is nice, just because we borrowed them from elsewhere. We're getting up to nearly 80 though. Now I thought we were stable around about 70 a little while ago, so I don't know how this is happening. Maybe that number going up to 12 has hit a threshold kind of thing. It does fluctuate, but I think that is on some of the beavers that are working a long way away. This will be stopping soon, the long commutes. And then we'll start working down here. And that's what I want to get onto this episode. That's what I want to focus this episode on. Is this here. And actually those two there. I'll get that in. There's a frustrated priority. Just because of that number there flittering about. It's less of requirement, more annoyance. I don't know how I'm an adult. It shouldn't count like that. He's coming down to put it in. So I could actually high prioritise this. I don't think it would cause us many problems. So yeah, I'm going to mega prioritise that. Just because I am impatient and want to get started. Going to make that take on, not fermented, regular cassavas. If you've ever had a cassava, by the way, and you're watching this video, tell me, what are they? If you've ever had a kohlrabi as well, tell me, what are they? I know nothing about them. Me knowing anything about vegetables would suggest that I knew anything about my diet. Or cared, rather, about my diet. The answer may shock you that I just don't care. Which I really should do these days, considering I'm old and I'm not young and overwhelmingly physically challenged on a daily basis kind of thing by my work. Nowadays I work a desk job. Not like when I was younger, when I ran around like a psychopath at all times to do everything, every physical task. Yeah, I'll do it. Do it. It's already done, don't worry about it. Nowadays I can't get away with that. It's not the same. Which is a real shame. I mean, yeah, my job now pays a lot more and everything, but I do miss the physicality of my previous job. Well, not previous, but the one before. Well, a few before now, actually, at this point. It's been a number of years. Not complaining about work, just saying there are positives to physical work, because then you don't have to pay a gym membership because you're getting paid to do it. Which is always nice. Pay wasn't great, but paid. And you always get some stories, many of which aren't suitable to tell in public. Okay. Oh, we've got it in. Detonate here. So how far down does this go? If we put another one in, there's something which you can see is the effect at which it blasts down to. That's the bottom of the map. Okay, we're actually really deep already then. So maybe we don't want that. Maybe what we want instead already. Vertical tubeways. But it only goes a couple of down from there. How far down does the river go? Yeah, we do actually want to go that one more then, to get below the river without any chance of leaking. Is it literally just one more? If it is, that's great news, because it's cheaper. Yeah, that's cheaper. That bit there, is that the thing we cut earlier? Looks like it. So the thing we blew up earlier is there. Anything else on the bottom level of the map? Yes, this one over here. So we need to be wary of this, basically. Ironically, I'm going to up that. Have we built those things yet? Have we picked them up yet? Okay, we've built all of the sluice gates. I'm not going to lie, I really want a bad tide next. I really want another bad tide. Which sounds all kinds of wrong, but I really want another bad tide. Have we put that dynamite in? No. We also need this in to get the new farming area, but again, I've been kind of putting off on that. We need a few more beavers for some of the jobs. Unless I could scrap some of the industry for a little while and up food. To be fair, we're hoarding a lot. We've got a couple of bigger construction projects going on, but are we still producing planks, or have they been picked them up? We're not using them at the moment. How do those trees die? Contamination. Ah, that's a good point. They'll need replanting then. Those ones. I'm not sure what to do about that best. Well, they will occasionally, because of the bad water from up here, and that one there as well. But we are going to be diverting this whole thing soon. I'm trying to think of what to do best about that. We need to get up here as well to do something with that, but that's quite low priority. A few trees here and there, not the biggest, when we've got a lot of them and we're kind of always well stocked. This though is going to be a big deal. A very, very big deal. And I'm actually really looking forward to it. I'll probably do most of the construction off camera though with that. just because it's going to take a long time. And by a long time, I really mean a long time. Okay, we're actually at capacity on logs, but we've got loads in the forestry huts, I suppose. Or not the forestry huts. The words will come back to me, I promise. But we kind of... I'm okay with leaving some up there. Lumberjack flags, that's what I meant. Although we've got 130 in them, so maybe I need another big stash. So I may put a big stash in. But we are going to be building this. I can't remember what I was building this for. Oh, it was for dirt, wasn't it? That was for logs up there. You know what? I prioritise that just so it stops winding me up. Yeah, it's only been a couple of hours and I forgot that I was making a tower of dirt. A tower of stored dirt, at least. Because that's now no longer drilling because I've got nowhere to store the dirt. Shengis died of old age just as Spud grew up the previous day. Come on, I want a bad tide. 6.1k science though, which means we're about halfway there to the next thing that I wanted to unlock with science. Is this because I had prioritised everything? Yes, probably. I like watching you use the back scratcher, that looks pretty good. I wouldn't mind one of them. Hospital bed. I'm going to just say, I don't particularly like tattoos in any way, shape or form. I can understand some instances of people having, oh no. Oh no. I can understand some people having them for various reasons. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily ever going to like them. Tattoos, that is. Not the people. I'm fine with people, even if they have tattoos and that. I just don't like tattoos myself. You know, various different objections to them. I ain't going to preach on this though, kind of thing, because you're not here for that, you're here to watch beavers. I'm not going to preach about my personal hang-ups and stuff like that, about tattoos and things. I just don't like them. It's a permanent thing, and a lot of people make very dumb decisions with them and later come to regret them. In many cases as well, they do look bad. Again, I'm going to keep my mouth shut on this, generally speaking, because some people, you know, their ones mean a lot to them, and I can definitely appreciate that. You know, that if it's something major personal, it's fine. I get it. Other people then just turn themselves looking into sticker albums. No. So often they just look like a cry for attention from people who aren't interesting enough in their own right. Like, I know I'm not very interesting, but that's why I play Timberborn. I'm not an interesting person, but the beavers are. That's all I'm going to say on this front. I know I suck. I can handle that. The thing is that these aren't actually holding up to their 50 cassavas, so I don't know if that's going to make much point. It's the fact that we've just got too much storage space for the fermented and they eat them a lot. So I don't know. But yeah, you can see my point with these though, actually, if we hover over them. Earlier on we talked about how berries only provide food, basically nutrition. Well, hunger rather. Not nutrition. Cassavas, kohlrabis both provide nutrition. We're going to be getting some more foodstuffs on the go in this area in the hopefully not too distant future. But first, as I've already said, I want to get this tubeway done. And before we do the tubeway, I want to get the bad tide protection in. Because if this fails, I'm going to be really pissed off. And I'm going to have to do it again, and I don't know why it took so long to start flowing again. I know I've got it set at like 5%. Maybe I should just up that to 10% or something. We do get a bad tide. Excellent. That sounds weird, celebrating a bad tide. Oh, that is a weird one. But it's good news, because we get to test this. We get to see that it works, which is great. As we get that layer in, I don't think we need all these layers, so actually I'm gonna put them on mild up. But I want the other stuff picking up first. I do need to reactivate those places soon, but well, I'm just gonna leave that for the moment because we've still got the stocks there. As soon as we start noticing them dropping, then that's when we'll worry. But we're not really using some of it at the moment. Right, this is high priority, like highest priority, as Alain grows up. He's like the evil version of me. Right, the dynamite is in. Cool. This should help us hit bedrock then. And we can prove that, because if we go down here to landscaping, cannot be built at the bottom of the map. Perfecto! Kick me for ever saying that ever again. We're going to put in, then, vertical tubeway. Boom. Just like that. And then we're going to put this on top of it, because you can't see it really at the moment. I don't know how I'm going to demonstrate it, because if it's in a position where you can't do it. But it does actually have it does have things on the underside. It has holes on the underside. Right. It's not just on the sides, it has them on the underside as well. And now the high priority meter goes there. See how that one's like capped off there? It'll work, I promise. Oh, we are actually in the bad tide. Or we're 1 day away. Oh, we're 1 day away. Sorry, I wasn't paying full attention for a second there, which is very bad of me. Are you going to pick stuff up, or...? Yeah, you're going to pick stuff up. You're hungry, though. I'm glad you're picking stuff up. Right, let's put you back on boost speed, because I really just want to get this built. I want to demonstrate the wondrous power of the tubeways. Okay, so there's a tubeway here. Right, now while we're there, they won't be able to do it just yet. Right, where do we want to get to again? So it's near. Ah, it's not far away from this pond then. So if we do this, I don't know how this works again. Two away from the edge of the pond. Yeah, we want to come up here. That tide started though. I didn't set them up right. Oh. Hang on. I didn't set it up right, that's the problem. Yeah, so we're going to get a bit of a trickle down. Not the worst thing in the world. Because then we can just go... Whoop. Drain it. We'll cause a backlog down here. If I'd set that up right, we would have learned it a lot better. It's a 2-dayer. %, because I'm an idiot. Hmm. 24%. I'm just going to leave that open. Actually, no. Now I can close it. Because I've now drained that entirely. Hopefully, though, this works. I really thought something had gone weird there. It turns out it was just my brain. Because I am stupid. Okay, they picked up all the metal from there. Nice. They picked it up from the other side yet? They have, so I can put the smelter back on. Hoorah! Of course, that just means shifting on the job. Oh, whoops. Right. The tubeway is in! Hey, that went quick. We now have the tubeway station. Right, so as we said though, we kind of want to go across to, like, there. I think how best to keep track of that. Right. Tunnels though. Two-way? Oh yeah, we can see the outline of that thing on the ground. Ah, we're one off. So I may as well go to that. I don't know if we can dig up, that's the only thing. Maybe? Maybe not. I don't think we can actually. Can we? Ah, that's a problem. Hang on. We are there. So actually we're still short. That'll come up outside of the building, rather than just straight under it. I don't know if we're going to have to make something to get across to it. Yeah, the water's flowing back alright though, and this is only day 2. Looks like it's been going for a little while. I wasn't paying attention because I was too focused on this again. Right. I'm thinking then, I need to get somebody over there. What's the easiest way? So we've got path up there. I'm gonna go, because this is really disappointing me. I really thought we could do this an easier way. Again, this is going to be a very temporary solution. Pulls all them, and then we're going to smack triple dynamite right on there. Mega high. There you go. Just because I want it to work, and then I can also make sure it ties together. Angie died of old age, unfortunately, which means we're again running low on beavers. This takes a lot of planks and stuff. And we're going to have to kind of micromanage this, unfortunately. And that's going to be a lot of micromanaging. But if we make it the only active program, then that's fine. We're actually getting quite full on our cassava storage as well, like the fermenter ones. I think we are going to have to up the population again very soon. Put in some more breeding pods. We'll smack 3 in there soon, I think. We may even go for the special ones to get adult workers straight out of them. Simply because I just want more workers to work in the new farming district that's going to open up there. And we'll need a bunch to work in the mines. I think these take 10 workers, yeah. But we want a lot of builders to be able to run back and forth on this. Well, maybe just one. Hey, they've already got these stairs. Decent way in. Where are you going? Oh, you're carrying the logs to build these, right. Maybe, you know, build the things on highest priority. Log could have gone there, mate. Where are you going as well? Little thirsty one. Wrong way again. Put that in and then don't hit it. That one tearing up there like lightning fast because he's not carrying anything. Because he was just hitting something. Okay. You could have hit the stairs. But whatever. They're not doing the stairs and I hate them. 3 beavers died of old age, unfortunately, as well. But Sullen was born. Right, that staircase is in. That means we need these 3 to go in. Then I can peel them back. I don't ever want to be using the stairs there, if I'm being honest. From there as well, though, actually we could do with doing the same over here. I don't really want to build an overground to it. Is that the base of the map? I don't think so. We're also going to then, on fairly low priority, which means I'll probably forget about them. Come in directly underneath it. So I'm just going to leave them on standard. They'll get done. I'll probably forget about them and then curse myself out later for my lack of attention. Oh, I didn't high prioritise them. I did the upper ones. And the explosives. We now proved though that this works. We could do with putting that on just for some extra security, but it's not important. It's more for when I do something stupid and change something and forget what I've changed. Are they all still working in these? There's no real point, if I'm being honest. Got the number cruncher up and running. These are just if desperate jobs, I suppose you could say. What are the other if desperate jobs? It's the metal things up here, isn't it? Which should be slightly more important because we need metal. Yeah, so they've gone in there instead. We did get something grow up though. 2. Velgua and Volmdith. Nice, okay. Celebrate, gang. Why are they putting them in at... Okay, well. They all just need smacking a bit. So... he's still running over there. Please don't be putting these stairs in. Or do, whatever. Whatever tickles. They've claimed all the planks out of there, but they've not claimed the logs. The log storage is in and already full. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, we'll be consuming logs like crazy here, won't we? Maybe. To be fair, we're full of planks, pretty much. You know, yeah, we need a few, but we're not using them as much as I kind of hoped. Ooh, that's nearly done. We will be using planks a lot in a minute, with a lot of extract and a lot of explosives. So, there's that as well. Now I'm going under the deeper part of the river here, which is, I think, a good strategy. That's a lot lower down than that. It means that we won't get any flooding into our line. I don't want flooding in our line, because then I have to go along and it looks awful. I'd have to put the impermeable plates on top of it. I just don't want to do that. Alright? If I'm being honest, I just don't want to. It looks ugly at that point. We done? We're done! And we can see the tunnel. Nice, so we did come out in the right place. Cool! Coolio! Right, that means then we can get rid of, well, them. We can start work underground. So we're going to stay active for a little while on this episode, just doing this, demonstrating the heart of a champion. And this will just be regular tubeways going through here, because the tunnels, you can see them there when that lights up, by the way. That's when the tunnel is being used. Cool. The tunnels come with the platforms already inbuilt kind of thing into them, and then they explode straight away. So if we tried putting a vertical tubeway in, it wouldn't work, but regular one works. So I'm actually going to go through, make this all mega priority. I didn't feel like going under this one. I don't know why. Just wanted to see the loop on the side of it, if I'm being honest. We're going to be staring at the underground though a lot at the moment. But we'll pop back up every now and then. You can see them doing that. That just needs a couple of planks. Planks are coming from a little ways away. So I'm also going to look into connecting that up a bit better. But that's now in. And then this is the next one to prioritise. I could maybe make it a bit more streamlined in a way. But by building a station below ground, you know, opening it out a bit and having beavers walk down there, because then I wouldn't need to micromanage quite so much. But what are you asking of me? Being sensible? Sick and wrong, mate. Sick and wrong. It's all logs, that's all planks. Now, we'd have to come under that bit of river, actually, because that's higher ground than there, because there, we'd get a leak. Or, we could come up into that way, but that kind of... Nah, we could do an overground tube here. Cool, right. I'm just going to keep on focusing on this for a little bit. That's going to be a bit boring. But what else do you expect from me? Seeing as how they're getting the access, I'm going to put in, it's a very high priority, actually, planker, and explodey. Do we need extract as well? Or did I imagine that? think we need extract, don't we? Hold on. Yeah, we need extract. Put an extract tank like there, I suppose. That's bad water. Not extract. I want to prioritise them by haulers as well so they can get stacked up. Hey, we heard the explosion. So if we hover around here, we can hear the bangs. Because I'm in a sleepy village rather than, you know, near a test range like I used to live. Not far from. You could occasionally hear gunshots. Not so much from the part of town where I live, but in-laws? Yeah, you could. What other jobs have I got which I could low prioritise? See, I kind of want to keep my builders at the moment. Just for this project. What does supply mean? See, I actually don't know. I'm hoping they're grabbing them from there, though. Yeah, it looks like they are. Good lord, it's still so warm here. Yeah, so the extract's going to come from around the corner. But I like seeing them. This will take a while, so I may actually call this episode here. It has been going on for nearly 50 minutes anyway. And I will re-emerge when this tunnel is dug, which will take quite a while, I'm afraid to say. With regards though to everything else at the moment, bad tides sorted, droughts we shrug them off. So the next main thing is when we have this tunnel in place, we can then start doing other things. We can make the shorter tunnel going up here as well. But there's no point in showing you just me micromanaging, blowing things up. But then, when that's done, we'll get the big tanks in, which will be cool. Population expansion, which will also be cool. We'll get some more housing in, bigger houses. We'll get this farm in. And eventually we'll decide what the hell we're doing with this crap. Because we've actually nearly emptied it. Got an unconnected building. Oh, yeah, of course. They're actually building that now. Nice, okay. Don't know why they're building that now, when they have another job to be doing. Bloody beavers. Does that mean, though, that's all done? It does. That means that's all done. Rock on. So, what a weird way to end the episode of me getting caught off guard by something. Until next time, though, guys, take care of yourselves. Goodbye for now.